get your issue. Baby, come close. Let me see how you get. But when the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hard.
Drop it like it's hard.
When the pigs try to get at you,
Park it like it's
hard. Park it like it's hard.
Hey.
Like it's hard. Get at it.
Hey, welcome back to Rooster Crow on TV, guys. It's been a minute, but we back, man. Guys, man, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the news. There's a lot of news out there, you know what I'm saying? But you know, as you already know, I take my time and do what I do. Alright, guys, I want to talk about this, the plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. Guys, I've been saying this for a while. There's a war going on in America, and everything doesn't make the news. There's a war going on in America, and everything does not make the news. There was a whole plot to kidnap a governor, somebody who holds a position in the government, by a militia group coming from Michigan. Alright, who is Governor Whitmer? She's the governor of Michigan. She actually got elected last year, 2019. She went to Michigan State University and also went to the law school. And according to most of the people in her state, man, she's a pretty good governor, because you could tell from like the news articles and things like that. Like, people are actually like speaking up for her, like, hey, we need her to be protected, you know, this and that and the third. She's been like involved in government since like the 90s. I believe the first time she ran for House was in like the 90s, but she lost, but she eventually won in like the 2000. She won in 2000, and then in like, let's say 2006, she became state senate, and she actually held that position for as long as she could. Like, she held it to like the limit, forced her to step down, you know. Like I said, she seems like she's pretty legit, and a lot of people from her state seems to care about her, and they seem to value her opinion in how she's running the state and things like that. But obviously, you could tell like not everybody likes the way that she's running things. So for that reason, there was a whole plot to kidnap this governor. You know what I'm saying? There was a plot to kidnap this governor. Guys, this thing is like a movie. I'm going to put the link in the description box, and I encourage each and every one of you to like read through this paperwork. But these guys, this is stuff you see in movies. These guys, this is like a domestic terrorism group. And guys, they are far worse than ISIS and other people. But yet, because this is in America and these guys are Americans, I'm pretty sure like they're going to go lenient on them, you know. So we're going to try to break this thing down, like from the beginning, like why would they want to kidnap her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is she doing? Why her specifically? You know, we're going to talk about all that in a second here, guys. So like I was saying, guys, a lot of things go on. There's a war going on, but everything doesn't really make the news. Now, why would the white supremacists want to kidnap this governor? Why would they just want to like kidnap her? Like, what was she doing that will make them target her? So it says in early 2000, the FBI came across a social media group, a group of individuals, mostly like gun owners and ex-military guys. They were all talking about overthrowing certain government components, especially those that they believe were violating the U.S. Constitution. But how was this lady violating the U.S. Constitution? By denouncing white supremacy? She did that. Yeah, she did that. Is that how she was violating the U.S. Constitution? In the article, they refer to her as a tyrant, a violent or oppressive ruler. Damn, I mean, at this day and time, I don't think anybody in America is going to vote in a tyrant to be a governor for any state whatsoever. We live in an information age, you know? So how exactly is she a tyrant or some kind of oppressive ruler? Well, guys, the more I read the article, these guys complain about things like she's controlling the opening of gyms. You know, the white supremacists got to work out. You know, and this is in Michigan. She's controlling the openings of gyms in Michigan. And mind you, Michigan has the 5th highest death rate in America due to COVID. And these are the things that these guys are complaining about. So this is what makes her a tyrant. This is what makes her an oppressive ruler. This is why she has to go. This is why she has to get kidnapped. So they said, like, since she's a tyrant, for that reason, she has to be tried. And they want to kidnap her and take her to like a isolated location somewhere in Wisconsin, and she is to be put on trial for treason. Guys, that is amazing. So these guys want to overthrow somebody who holds a government position, kidnap them, take them to some isolated location in the woods of Wisconsin somewhere, right? And trial them for treason. Treason. But guys, this is what's ironic. The definition of treason. The crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the Soviet or overthrow the government. By you trying to kidnap a governor, aren't you committing treason here? Let's make this shit make sense, man. Like, aren't you are you not committing treason here by you trying to kidnap a governor because you feel as though she's a tyrant, she's not a good ruler, she's oppressive? You're not doing your typical white supremacy stuff while she's in office, I'm guessing. So for that reason, y'all want to overthrow her. Like I said, guys, this whole thing is interesting. This was like a movie strip that somebody put together. That's how I felt while I was reading this. You know what I'm saying? So, the plot and preparation to kidnap the governor. Guys, these guys, they held meetings in different locations in other states, Ohio, other places. And during these meetings, every participant was pat down, searched, cell phones took, but some of of course, it's the FBI. The FBI have snitches, and these snitches have wires. You know what I'm saying? These snitches have wires. So even though these guys did a good job of, like, you know, getting rid of everybody's cell phones and things like that, the FBI was still able to get the recordings. You know what I mean? I learned some new things too, guys. I've been watching FBI, the FBI files since I was a kid and things like that. But I never heard like some of these terms before. Like, they have undercover employee. That's like a new term for snitch. And they also have another one. It's CHS. That's another term for snitch. It's an acronym. I have exactly what it means here, but I was just kind of baffled by like these new terms, you know, to refer to informants. You know what I'm saying? But off topic for a little bit. But let's get back to this though. So there was a whole plot to kidnap this governor. So let's dig in the plot real quick. Let's see it. Let's talk about everything these guys had lined up. Like I said, guys, it was a movie. The more we get into it, the crazier it gets. Alright, so, you know what I mean? Like, there was a whole plot to kidnap this governor. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, this plot was serious. Alright? I got ahead of myself and I already told you guys parts of the plot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was patted down before the meetings, you know what I mean? But somehow the FBI still got some recordings from the, you know, from the confidential human sources. That's another word for a snitch. You know, I guess that's like the FBI term or whatever it is. So they were still able to get those recordings and stuff. But check this out. part of doing the meetings. Some of the things that was caught on wire was where shit like excuse me, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. All right, it was stuff like they had civilian teams watching the governor's house. So there's a guy named Fox and there's a guy named Croft, and those two guys are like prior military, and these two guys, they're like the ones pretty much running the show. You know what I mean? They're the ones pretty much running the show. So while trying to find the governor's house, they were trying to be under the radar. So Fox was trying to find like a water route. You know what I'm saying? Like a water route, so nobody won't know what they're doing, or at least that way it will be like less suspicious or whatever it is. I mean, like I said, these guys were planning this thing to the T. You know what I mean? That was one movie plot that they had in there. You know what I mean? Another one was they had a plan on how to get rid of first responders. They plan on using Molotov cocktails to destroy police vehicles to slow down first responders. Bro, these guys even had IEDs, improvised explosive devices, you know, to blow up the bridge or whatever it was. I'm not sure if it was like somewhere leading towards like the government house. I mean, the governor's house, you know. I'm not positive, you know, if it was to blow up a bridge, but they definitely had IEDs. Thank God it didn't work when these guys got caught. You know what I mean? Like when shit started jumping off, it ain't work, you know. Guys, with all that being said, I keep telling y'all, man, there's a war going on and everything doesn't make the news. For this particular story, there was a guy that was interviewed on Fox's friend, and he said it. He said in these northern states and like places like the Midwest, like Wisconsin, and I'm going to say Minnesota, and you know, just places like the Midwest where they have like a whole bunch of woods and forests. He said those places have militia groups and they're ready, you know, to either fight against the government or whoever, you know. If these people are willing to do that, what makes you think that they will spare anyone? You know? What makes you think that they will spare anyone? Keep in mind that Trump is the battery in their backs. I mean, dude, he's not hiding it. He said it during the debate. He's the battery in their backs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he says, they're gonna do. Whatever he says, they're gonna do. Yo, this is the season of, if you don't believe in a gun, go out there and get you a gun. You know what I'm saying? Because people are getting randomly attacked. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know who white supremacist is. You don't. Like I said, it's a war going on out there and everything doesn't make the news. The only reason this one made the news is because they were trying to actually kidnap a governor, a sitting governor. I mean, they've been on the FBI radar, but I mean, I guess the FBI wasn't planning on moving in anytime soon had it not been for this one, you know? So these guys could have did some other stuff. Come on, man, think about it. Like I said, it's a war going on out there. Don't be naive, man. Pay attention. I mean, how is this going to end up in court? Like I said, man, malicious groups have been doing things for a long, long time in American history. So, I mean, yeah, they're going to get some time. You know, of course they're going to get some time. I mean, they have to make sure, they have to get punished to the max because this is a governor. I mean, if they don't do anything about it, then I don't know what America is coming to. But of course, I see them getting time in prison because, like, this is serious. This is a governor, man, and it's federal, you know. But like I said, guys, this is the season of it. If you don't believe in a gun, man, it's time to tool up or whatever it is you're going to do to defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a war going on outside, you know what I'm saying? And everything doesn't make the news. Which side are you on? Let's talk about this down in the comment section, man.
She a freak, she a freak, she a freak. She had me hooked when she put that thing on me. Last week.